For many years, whenever people talked about money, relationships and foreigners in Thailand, the conversation usually gravitated toward the exact same stereotypes: the bar scene, the nightlife, the older sponsor, and the foreign boyfriend sending monthly Western Union transfers. But something has fundamentally shifted beneath the surface, and most people haven't even noticed it yet. While the internet is still stuck arguing about what happened in Pattaya 20 years ago, a completely different economy has quietly emerged online. Today, some foreign men are no longer simply dating Thai women. They are becoming managers, editors, promoters, and live stream operators. In many cases, entire social media businesses are being built directly around the relationship itself. We are talking about a coordinated web of TikTok clips, Facebook Lives, YouTube channels, and Instagram algorithms, all fueled by live stream gifting, paid subscriptions, and sponsored content, often pulling in thousands of daily viewers. Now, this isn't a video about scams, and it's not an attack on Thai women or foreign men. This is about something much bigger: the collision between Thailand's traditional relationship economy and the modern digital creator economy. Because increasingly, the relationship isn't just a relationship anymore, it's a brand, and for some people, it's a highly lucrative business. So firstly, to understand how we got here, let's look at how things used to work. 20 years ago, if a foreign man met a Thai woman, particularly out of the nightlife scene, the financial dynamic was incredibly straightforward. It was one man, one woman, and one single source of support. Whether it was driven by genuine romance or purely transactional arrangements, the structure was simple to understand. The foreign boyfriend covered the rent, the bills, the family support, the motorbike payments, or the house construction back in the province. It was a closed loop, one sponsor, one recipient. But social media completely shattered that entire economic model. Now, instead of relying on one single person for financial support, a creator can leverage hundreds or even thousands of people simultaneously. And that is where the psychology gets very interesting. So, think about the current ecosystem on Facebook or TikTok Live. An attractive young woman goes live, and within minutes, the digital room fills up. People join, comment, interact, and start flooding the screen with paid gifts, stars, and donations. On the surface, it looks harmless, casual interaction, but beneath the screen, a much deeper psychological mechanism is at play. Many of these viewers begin developing intense parasocial relationships, a one-sided emotional attachment where the viewer feels a profound personal connection, while the creator barely knows that they exist. Now, this is not unique to Thailand. Of course, it happens globally, but Thailand adds a very specific cultural layer. A massive segment of the Western audience is already deeply fascinated by the country, often driven by loneliness, an interest in Thai culture, or a specific desire to connect with Thai women. Social media platforms didn't create that vulnerability, but they have perfected the art of monetizing it all. Now, here's the twist that never gets talked about. The person you see on the screen is often only half of the operation. Frequently, there's someone standing just outside the frame, holding the smartphone. The boyfriend, the manager, the strategist, the guy behind the camera. The audience just sees a smiling Thai girl, a casual live stream, and a fun, bubbly personality. But what they don't see is who is actually filming, editing the highlights, replying to messages, optimizing the metadata, running the advertising, and managing the platform payouts. In a growing number of cases, the relationship has quietly evolved into a corporate partnership, and the romance has become a media enterprise. One of the strangest symptoms of the modern internet is that absolutely everything is fair game for content. People routinely broadcast their meals, holidays, arguments, weddings, and breakups. Nothing is sacred and nothing remains private. So, it shouldn't surprise us that relationships in Thailand have become the ultimate commodity. A foreign man meets a Thai woman, starts documenting their life, and the views start rolling in. As the follower count spikes, monetization kicks in, and suddenly the dynamic changes. The relationship itself becomes the actual product. Now that's where the lines get incredibly blurry. You're no longer just looking at a couple and asking, do they love each other? You're forced to ask, how much of this is real and how much of it is being staged for the algorithm? And often, the uncomfortable answer is a mix of both. So let's be honest. Fantasy has always been the ultimate bestseller, and Thailand has been marketed as a fantasy destination for decades. Paradise, freedom, cheap living, and endless smiles. Modern content creators understand this perfectly. The audience isn't necessarily paying for unvarnished reality. They are paying for a feeling, a dream, a sense of validation. The viewer wants to believe that she's different or that they have a personal connection with her. And whether that emotional response is manufactured or accidental, it translates directly into profit. And this has birthed what we can call the micro-sponsor economy. Years ago, you needed to find one wealthy expat or tourist to sponsor a lifestyle. Today, you can crowdsource that exact same income through 1,000 micro-sponsors. Instead of one monthly allowance check, the revenue is broken down into a steady stream of digital coins, subscriptions, and platform memberships. Each individual contribution is tiny, but collectively, they create a massive, sustainable business model. Now, many people looking at this trend from the outside will mock it and ask, who would actually waste their money sending digital stickers to a screen? Now, the answer to this is simple, and it's rooted in a modern crisis. Human beings crave connection, and modern society is currently suffering from a massive loneliness epidemic. Isolation, screen saturation, and social distance have left millions of men completely disconnected. And social media platforms are brilliantly designed to fill those emotional voids just enough to keep users hooked. The person sending gifts usually isn't paying for the video quality, they are paying for the instant recognition. When a creator reads their username out loud and says a simple "thank you," it triggers a powerful emotional reward that keeps the viewer spending that money. Now, let's acknowledge the baseline reality of the internet. Algorithms reward raw attention, and attention disproportionately gravitates toward attractive people. When you combine an attractive creator with the allure of Thailand, cross-cultural relationship dynamics, and live interactivity, you get the absolute perfect storm for platform distribution. The result is rapid channel growth, instant monetization, and a digital gold rush where foreigners, creators, and specialized agencies are all rushing to mine human attention for big profit. But this is exactly where things get messy. What happens to a relationship when its entire financial survival becomes dependent on retaining an audience? If the views drop, the algorithm changes, or the audience loses interest and the income vanishes. Suddenly, romance and corporate metrics are permanently intertwined, creating a level of operational pressure that normal couples never have to navigate. They aren't just patterns anymore, they're business partners running a media company. Now this is where public opinion completely fractures. Some view this trend as pure exploitation and manipulation, while others see it as brilliant, modern entrepreneurship. Personally, I think the reality sits somewhere in the middle. If a couple is completely transparent about what they are doing and the viewers choose to support them as entertainers, it's just standard digital media. The ethical grey area appears when a manufactured fantasy is aggressively sold as absolute reality, because eventually, real life always catches up with the performance. Ultimately, this isn't just a Thailand story, it's a modern internet story. Thailand just happens to be the perfect lens to view it through. It's a story about technology, loneliness, and human psychology, and how the internet found a way to package and scale our deepest needs for profit. So the next time you see a couple broadcasting their life online, or a live stream of a girl pulling in thousands of digital gifts, remember that the line between authenticity and performance is completely gone. Love has met the creator economy, and wherever attention goes, the money is guaranteed to follow. So if you've noticed this shift happening yourself, or you've seen examples of this new digital economy in Thailand, drop a comment below and let me know your take on it. Do you view this as smart modern business, or are relationships and social media becoming way too intertwined? Let's talk about it.